So let's talk about the support that you have or the support that you lack because you neglect to let go of what is just familiar, common, and what has been with you the entire time. So you're getting ready to pivot, and a lot of people think that the pivot is supposed to be kind of obvious, kind of straightforward, and something that you can work through relatively easily. But the truth is, sometimes it takes a lot of consideration and a lot of focus because it's not as simple as you think. So let's consider the pivot. The pivot is not just you needing to make a change, but also you having the opportunity to move forward into something that can be bigger and better. And what you don't realize is sometimes you have people who are the silent dissent or silently against what you want to go towards, and they have an impact, they have an effect, even without saying a word. But we're not focusing on them today. I think I want us to think more about the people who are in our circles, who we know and love, but they make it known, whether through silence or rejection, that they don't like the changes that we're making. And that can be for a host of selfish reasons or unselfish reasons. They like the resonation, the flow of the group. They like the position that you have in the social hierarchy. They like that when they call you, you'll pick up, and that you'll always have a sob story so that your life is not any happier or better than theirs, right? Or simply that you're in the same suffering as they are. You're both trudging through this particular professional path, and they think that that's how life should be, and so you kind of stick to it, they stick to it, and that's what you know. I am absolutely enamored and in love with the idea of how so many different organisms, so many different animals grow, change, and they're literally like shed skin, shed layers of themselves, of their former selves as they move forward. And not that we should all be snakes, but women, men, children, over 7 years, every cell in our body is replaced. And so why wouldn't our focus, our direction, our interests also be replaced? And the people who know and love us maybe have grown in love with one version of us. But I learned yesterday in the words that I've been trying to find for so long that people who really love you will have to fall in love with every version of you. And so you are going to have to not only be the person who is pushing forward with your own dreams and goals, but the people who you continue to be around and be with are also going to have to be able to embrace them. And not to say that they're going to be the persons who are responsible for pushing forward and initiating and powering forward with the dreams, but they're going to, at a minimal level, going to have to be able to let you breathe and let you flow. I am so excited and I'm so ecstatic about the options for people who are learning and growing as individuals. And I don't know how to describe the people around you who are not able to support you other than to say that they are millstones, right? So if you're moving forward, if you're swimming along a path, or you're running along a race, you want the wind at your back. You want support or something propelling you, pushing you forward, at the least something that's hydrating you, cheering you on as you do the work. But people who are not able to see the vision and to see the change for you can be millstones because they are exactly where they think they should be, and they think you are exactly where they think you should be. And so you wanting change or progress or advancement is against the plan. And so you have to think about what impact these people are having because they are so close to you, yet they don't believe that you should be in some place different, and they don't believe that you should have something more. People who don't want more for you than you already have are going to positively affect your situation if it benefits them, or negatively affect your progress if they feel like it makes your current relationship or their current role unsafe. You have to be very aware and very cautious and very conscientious of the fact that some people are waiting for a show, and the show might be harm or failure or something silly that happens to you. And the show might be something that they think is inevitable because of the way that they have lived their lives or the story that they've written for you. And they may think that they put a period on your sentence. So what do you do with their people who are so close to you, who you love and value and cherish, but they don't necessarily love, value, and cherish you in the way that supports your growth? Someone once told me about the process that they underwent when they were deciding to depart and prepare for further studies. And they actually had a run-in with their mom, who was, for one reason or another, not ready for them to go and not ready to support them in their process. And so they actually had to not just leave the familiarity of home, but leave kind of the relationship with mom while they were pursuing higher education. And if a mom can't support you, what of a friend, a partner, a spouse, a relative, another relative of a different title? If a mom can't support you, you have to think that this dissent or rejection can come from anywhere at any time. And so it's with that awareness that I want to talk about how we now need to think about moving forward into the space of owning the validation and the support that we were seeking from outside. Everyone deserves support and validation, but I also have to acknowledge the fact that what we've been seeking can begin seeking us. The support and validation that we were looking for from the exterior may be seeking our attention from the interior. And maybe this period that you're in a vacuum, that you're in a silent space, maybe this is a time for you to focus in and to start generating this very necessary fuel. Maybe this is a time for you to realize that you don't have to stand for or deal with or tolerate a lot of the things that you've been taught that you need to tolerate. And this is just part of your process. And that the people who have told you until now that this is it, this is all you can do, those people were living from a limited existence. And so they can only see limits in your existence. So here we begin a new route and a new journey. I'm so excited that people are considering pivots and changes and trying to see what they can use to better feed themselves and feed each other, and to look at what flows within them and what flows around them and what best supports them as they move forward. And sometimes the pivot can be something that's spiritual, it can be something that's practical, it can be something that's tactile, it can be something that's physical, it can be something that's more experiential in terms of how you approach things and how you allow time and presence for you to move through certain things. And I'm so excited and I'm so very happy that people are now aware of the fact that you have a generator inside you that knows that you are so capable and you are so worthy, and that success that you seek is sometimes only supplemented by this internal, very personal fuel. I don't think you should expect it to be easy, but I think that you can expect to be self-sufficient in that respect in terms of support and validation. And I say that because why would we be created to require such critical things for us to even exist in a dream when some other people can't even conceptualize our dreams? So why would they have the tools and the key ingredients for us to make our batch of joy when they don't even have the concepts or the vision? I don't think we would be created to have our full support and our success be dependent on the validation of something external. It would be too dangerous. It would put too much human dreams in danger, right? It would put too much in limbo. And so what happens if we decide what's going to be next? And we decide that we're going to pay the price, because everything comes at a price. Your investment, time, energy, attention, money, discomfort, being new at something, being a novice, being seen as different. But these are all things that we can consider when we try to move forward and push through, right? Our best and brightest days are ahead. Our best and brightest ideas are within. Our best and brightest support and success might just have to come from self. And it's okay, because maybe by design it was always meant to be that way. So as you prepare to pivot, I'm here to talk to you about more opportunities and options. Go ahead, reserve a slot on our Calendly, and I look forward to talking about how we can get ready to shift.